In the wake of dawn, I see you shine. When I feel that heartbeat, I fly so much higher, fly so much higher, fly so much higher, fly so much higher. Skylines and clouds are below us now. Skydive back down, oh, take my hand, don't let go, skyward bound. Skyward bound. Skyward bound. We'll never touch the ground, never touch the ground. We are skyward bound. We'll never touch the ground, never touch the ground. We are skyward bound. In the wake of dawn, I see you shine. When I feel that heartbeat, I fly so much higher, fly so much higher, fly so much higher, fly so much higher. Skylines and clouds are below us now. Skydive back down, oh, take my hand, don't let go, skyward bound.
Hey everyone, welcome! It's Thursday. Why the heck am I streaming? It's Thursday! It's not my regular stream day. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why I'm streaming today. Because you guys know I will be away for some time. I will be traveling. And so today is Royale Premier League. I'm gonna stream an awesome matchup today. Yeah, we're gonna switch overlays later on when it starts. And I'm already in Royale Premier League 2 clan. Today we have team MUKLASH ESPORTS, a team we already know from last season, against PCats Europe. I've never seen that team play, so I'm super curious how Team PCats will play. And I guess you guys are too. So that's gonna be fun. Let's see who is already in here, in the clan. We have Candy, Innerlol, Matty, Hunter. Do we have PCats in the clan? Oh, there's Avalon! Avalon is in the clan! Yeah! Yeah. No famous people yet. At least not that I know. But, I don't know, guys. Did the notifications go out? John Curtis, we're not making new mods. I'm sorry. John Curtis. Raji Fasista, hey. Mike Wasabi, hello. PCats, Pratmer Singh. I hope he's in the team. I don't know if he will be playing. I don't know. Then Nit Q is here. Wild Bulls. Chief, can you see us? Yes, I can. Liam. Oh, it's so hot in here again. I don't know. Maybe it's me. Hey, ChiefAvalon, may I please have modder? No, I'm sorry. We're not making new mods. Tonight is Royale Premier League. This awesome matchup here. And then there will also be a stream tomorrow. Probably. I can't promise yet. There is some special things going on. It will be a big surprise and it will be earlier as usual tomorrow if I'm able to do that. I hope it will work out as planned. It's a surprise. Then Raji Fasista is here. Awesome. Nothing's fast and using bold. Now guys, did you see the notification? When I see notification for live stream. Okay. I opened YouTube so fast as Cheetah. Notification. I did get notification. Okay, so some people got notification. I was just curious because the tweet didn't go out. The tweet didn't go out. A surprise tomorrow. A surprise. If it works. I don't know if you will see a difference actually, but we'll see. We'll see. How can you add me as a friend? This is my mini account. I don't have many friends on my mini account. I'm all alone on my main. There's Full Frontage. Full Frontage is here. Hey, Full. He's streaming my tournament. Hey, Full. Surprise, surprise. So is there a tournament tomorrow? I guess so. Today it's Royale Premier League. I don't know if I make a tournament after Royale Premier League today. Maybe a smaller one, depending on how many people are here watching. Maybe we do a tournament for the loyals, a smaller one. I'll see. I'll see after this Royale Premier League match here. Only 620 subs to 15k. Yes, we're getting very close. So all MUKLASH is here. They're ready to go. They're ready to go. And we're waiting. Let me see. Did the tweet now go out? You never know. Maybe it just delayed and now it's out. You never know. Maybe it's double now. No, it didn't tweet. Weird. Sometimes those tools, you know, it's really weird. Yeah. I don't know. But we're live anyways, and you guys are here, and so we're looking forward. One streamer on his way, okay. So we're very hyped here for this tournament. MUKLASH Esports against PCats. PCats! I don't know if he will be playing. I don't think so, but it's his team. I think it's his team. At least they took his name. So, while we wait here, it's actually only gonna start in 5 minutes. Let's play a challenge with this dirty little deck here. Chief, how can we add you as friend in Clash Royale without Facebook? I could share the link to my main, but then I would need to be on my main. But currently I'm on the mini. I don't have friends on the mini. Clash of Dash uploaded the video if Brawl Stars will release globally or be killed. Yeah, I know. I like Brawl Stars. It's just the controls with the thumb, with the joystick and stuff. The controls is really difficult. When's the tournament, Avalon? I need to know. Evolve Collets. I don't know yet. Maybe we do a tournament after Royal Premier League. That would be in 1 hour. Depending on how many viewers we got. And yeah, then something tomorrow. Can I join your championship? I'm a really skilled player. It's not my championship. Major Alex. And guys, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't hit it already, because I'm planning this 15k tournament. And I'll be on vacation soon. John Curtis. Okay, let's play this challenge here. Let's try. I'm good at CSGO, so I think Brawl Stars won't be too much of a deal. Just the control with that joystick is so horrible. It's horrible, believe me. My finger is always sticking to that screen, and that's horrible. Come on, spawn bats, please. You're made to spawn bats. See, if you ask me what's my least favorite card, I'd say it's the Executioner. I don't like this guy. He's super annoying. Fireball? Oh, we missed one. Damn it. We missed to heal one of them. We missed one heal. That's bad luck. That happens in streams, always. Can I play friendly battle with you just to practice? It's probably difficult because the mini is not connected to anyone. Just not. I've been subbed since 290 subscribers. John Curtis, that's amazing. Thank you so much. It's so obvious that he attacks over here. Does he also have muskies? I'm actually gonna go for the wizard. There you go. That was the plan. invite S. By the way, this is the, if you want to join the Royale Premier League server, that's the invite. S capital D A U W capital E S. It's there on the screen, very small in that big box. And here's the matchup. It's already over there, you see it. What is RPL all about? Says DJ Banana. It's the Royale Premier League. It's a big league where all those teams are in. All the teams, European teams, this is the European League. There's also an RPL Asia and an RPL North America. And they battle. They battle for the big prize. And the big prize actually, when I'm right, is at the moment 1,400 euro. That's the big prize for the winning team of Royale Premier League. Yeah, it's true. 1,400, that's the prize. Euro. Unbelievable big prize. Oh, they ask me if I'm ready. Yes, I'm ready. They ask me if I'm ready. Yes. I didn't see that. I didn't see. Where are all my mods today? That's what RPL is about. In the video description here for this video, you also find links to Royale Premier League homepage, and there's more info there. Zap boom bang. Scissors in the house. Hey, scissors. Zap boom bang. Zap for life. That's Zap finally killed that tower. Oh, nice. Thanks, Avalon. DJ Banana. 1,400. I'm starting. I'm starting streaming. When Charlie is ready, we will begin. Okay, so we're gonna wait. How can I play in the RPL? You have to be in a team. There is many Royale Premier League teams there, like Team Queso, I think is the most popular. There is MUKLASH, there is PCats, so you have to join an esports team that participates in RPL. And then all the info how to join is actually on the RPL homepage. By the way, I also made a video, what is RPL all about? You find that somewhere on my YouTube channel. Maybe if you enter ChiefAvalon RPL, you will find it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but I think so. Yeah, you can join their Discord. As I said, it was up here actually. They shared it up here. Their Discord. It's, let me type that in the chat for you guys. RPL Discord. It's unfortunately, I don't think we have ES. That's the RPL Discord if you want to join that one. Okay. So we're ready here for the first match. They already request. Dang, I gotta be fast. Faster! So this is Brunoke 009 dollar versus Mati. And Mati is from Team PCats. So on the bottom is MUKLASH Esports. So Brunaki is from MUKLASH Esports and Mati is from PCats. PCats. There you go. So let's see how they play. We've never seen they play. So I'm really hyped to see Team PCats here. Get use elite barbs. Make 2,000 up. The RPL page, Clifford, you find the link in my video description here. There is a section where it says Royale Premier League. There's a video, what is Royale Premier League? There is a link to the Royale Premier League homepage. And oh, there is an old link to the bracket. I think that one's the old one. Let me check that one quickly. I think it's the old one. Yeah, looks like season 2. Let's check season 3. That would be the right link now, exactly. Okay, so I'm just gonna switch this right away to the proper link in the video description. Season 3. That's the right season we're in here. Okay. Let's go. Chief, I hope you win. I'm not playing in the turn. You hope I win subscribers. Baina, thanks for the sub. And Ryan Dyer, thanks for the follow. Guys, keep subbing. Let's hit those 15k soon. His voice is nice. I agree, Lucas. Not cute. I like how you talk. John Curtis, I've seen you. Say AAA if you like fidget spinners. I do like fidget spinners. I have one right here. So what's up? Clash with Skull. We have Royale Premier League. MUKLASH Esports against PCats. So currently, let's check the decks. We have a Nightwitch Graveyard Poison deck against a typical Hog Rider deck. So from the meta, I'd say it is an advantage for the graveyard, usually. But it's not sure. That Hog there got the tower. So, good game. Good game. So that's first win. First win for Team PCats. Matti for Team PCats. That's first win. Scoopy here, I don't know. Pro Skills YouTube Gaming, I don't know yet. Maybe we make a tourney afterwards. I'm not sure yet. It depends on how many people are here after the tournament. After this match. So, next is Innerlol against Candy. I think Candy will play like Candy. Watch Orange Juice, so you can defend 15 elixir push with 3 skeletons. Probably. A 20 elix push. I just gotta watch almost all the Clash Royale YouTubers. No mods here. Yeah, I know where they are. They probably don't know I'm streaming. Pro Skills, hey. Okay, let's go. Candy, there you go. Innerlol against Candy. Cool name, Candy. I love the name. The beautiful name, Candy. Awesome name. I know mods, that could be me. Mod would be a good birthday present. Yeah, maybe they're lurking. We don't know. Okay, we see a Nightwitch there so far. Probably Poison Graveyard again. And on top, I'm not sure. Maybe something big like Lava Hound or something. Maybe there's hiding something big. I think Innerlol is... Yeah, there you go. There's the graveyard. I was just calling it. There's the graveyard. But he also has to consider that push there on the left. And the Bad Ram also hits the tower. So this looks like tower for tower. Almost. But advantage Innerlol. Advantage. Advantage. Advantage for Innerlol in that first push. Bradbush, most probably mods might be lurking, but who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I love Candy rather than Candy, if you know what I mean. I meant Candy Sweet. Scoopy was eeny meeny moo lover, was an eeny meeny moo lover. And guys, don't forget, I may be streaming tomorrow as well, if my plans work out as planned. That's stupid to say. If my plans work out as planned, I may be streaming tomorrow. And if we have enough viewers after this tournament, let's say like 100 viewers or 100 likes on the video, we may do a small tournament for those 100 people that are liking and watching. Listen, I just said it. So, that's the plan. How many likes do we have on the video? Do you guys only like the video when I tell you? No, we got 18 likes. Beautiful. Beautiful 18 likes. Okay. Next battle ram. So far pretty even. Always with a slight advantage here for Innerlol. The Nightwitch going there at the tower. And... At the tower. At the tombstone. I don't know. Scoop misses the Scoopy part. Which should come in the middle. Advantage. 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 Just like Cheers. So, 5 seconds. There's the P.K.A. boy. The P.K.A. boy. 3 princesses on the map. Going for the big guy. Big guy with the 3 princesses shooting him from each side. And now he's walking back to the graveyard. There's the 4th princess, but one just died. They're still going for the big guy. The 3 princesses going for the big guy. Also stabbed the Night Witch over there. P.K.A. still walking slowly, ignoring the little princess shooting him. Will that P.K.A. get a hit? Nope. It just died. When I search the tournament name, nothing pops up. Really? Major Alex, why do I ignore you? I don't know. I don't know. I wish me. I like every video, Rachi Fascista. That's great. Any mods alive? We don't know. We don't know where they are. Can you ask if some of the teams are looking for new members? Because I'm really good and I want to play in a big turn. I don't know actually how to find an esports team. That's something I wanted to make a video about. I mean, you can always on Twitter look out for the esports team and ask them. I don't actually know what's the best way to find an esports team. I should make a video about that. Because I think more and more people will want to join an esports team. Actually, I'm thinking about joining an esports team too. I'm undecided whether I should create one or join one. Hey, be nice, Skull, be nice. When I search a tournament, nothing pops up. There is no tournament name right now. Ah, there is no tournament, that's why. Ah, that's what you mean. That's what you mean. There is no tournament. It's an RPL stream, no tournament. Yeah, that's why you don't see the tournament. But does it say tournament somewhere? Chief, if you come tomorrow, please notify us. I will, of course, put it on Twitter. So, there's the poison. Innerlol has a very damaged King Tower. So you gotta protect the King Tower. He's in a bad situation there. Is King Tower being poisoned? Will this be a draw? It would be the very first time we actually see a draw in a Royale Premier League match. At least when I'm in charge and I'm casting it, it would be the very first time we see a draw. So, will that happen? It's only 12 seconds and then what? What if it's a draw? What will they do? There's the poison. And it's a draw. Well played. Now what? What now? So this will just count as a draw, I guess. Or do they repeat the match? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Is there a tourney tomorrow? If I stream tomorrow, there will be a tourney. I tell you this. And if we're about 100 likes or 100 viewers today, after Royale Premier League, we'll also have a small tourney. That's what I said. Shout out, John Curtis. My clan name is Kings of Kings. I would like to change it to Ava Fan, but that's not possible. Avalon Esports. Don't make a clan. Chief Esports. Don't make a clan because I can't join. All my 3 accounts are busy. I'm actually thinking about joining an esports team, but there's actually only one esports team I guess I would join at the moment. But I'm not good enough. Just being honest. So they're changing decks and they're gonna do a rematch. Rematch. On Saturday, there will be a very funny video. Oops. I think I shouldn't tell you. Did it start? Yep. So here's their rematch. Innerlol against Candy. So we got Candy twice. We got Candy twice. Kings of Kings, that's my clan. Can you put the trophies to 3,200? I could, but I don't have it open. And it's full, I guess. I guess it's full. It's always full. There's one friend actually that wants to join. But it's full. I think it's full. I can check. Wow, it's so hot in here. I'm sweating like crazy again. It's so hot. Unbelievable hot. It's so hot. It's unbelievable. No, it's full. My clan is full. You can't join. It's full. It's just full. Create an esport team rather. Yeah, I know, maybe I should create my own esports team. Because we have very skilled players here in my tournaments, and if they all join my esports team, we could really create a great esports team, I guess. I guess there are great players out there that are not yet in one of those popular esports teams. And then my team could win Royale Premier League! And we all be famous! We rule the world! It's hot because you saw 3 princesses last match. Yeah, maybe. Because I saw those 3 princesses going at that big P.E.K.K.A. It was 44 degrees in your city. Wow, that's hot. Save me a spot, John Curtis. Yeah, if I create an esports team. But I don't know, it's maybe a lot of work to manage that team. I'm not sure I really want to do that. Maybe rather a burden. I think you need people to help. You can't do it alone. You need people that help with the team. Okay, the P.E.K.K.A. is at the tower. Currently it looks good for Innerlol. Candy is under pressure. We see the Nightwitch going against the P.E.K.K.A. Once upon a time, one Nightwitch would handle a P.E.K.K.A. but not anymore. The Golemites at the tower. Bandit at the tower. 5 seconds to go. Can he get that tower? Nope, it's over. This time Innerlol wins. Win for Innerlol. Innerlol, the winner this time. Nice. So it's 1-1. 1-1. Go Candy go. How's LYF? Dude, please read my message. Major Alex here. Can you check my profile and give your opinion for my deck? My clan is called Sark Army. And my name is Sark. Maybe somebody can check you and give his opinion in the chat. I can't go there right now. I'm streaming a match, you know. I'll be a co-leader if you need help. Yeah, we would need some people like John Curtis that really would help with organizing everything. But I've been thinking about that for a while. Maybe after my vacation I'll think about that again. I could also just sponsor like a team. I don't know. We'll see. So this is JoseLC against Marcus. And Jose pushing there, and that push basically did nothing. Come to MUKLASH. Danny RPX, are you on MUKLASH? I think MUKLASH is also a great team. What have you been in last season? I think you were on the 4th place, is that true? Pretty much in the last 4 teams. I think you were in about the last 4 teams. NitQ. I would help too. I think actually many people would love the idea to have our own esports team. So maybe it's a good idea. Come on, MUKLASH. What about me? I'm at 4,100 trophies, says Rachi. Major Alex, I'm so sorry. Keep it going because you are a nice streamer. Are you looking for moderates? Not right now, Major Alex. Thank you. Thank you so much. No, we have enough moderators. I don't know where they are. I know where they are though. Probably lurking. Avalon won't abort. Autocorrect, yeah. Don't make an esport team, they cheat. Okay. I'm not from MUKLASH, but I'm Spanish. MUKLASH was created in Spain. Ah, okay. There's many Spanish teams, and Clash Royale leagues and tournaments are so big in Spain. It's really amazing. And we have many Spanish viewers in my streams. You wouldn't believe that. Because they really hype about Clash Royale. It's an awesome Clash Royale community in Spain. Really great. Yesterday we had Leyenda Royale, Liga Leyenda, a Spanish league I streamed. That was so much fun. And actually next season I may stream some of those matches too. I'm not sure. They said something like that. If they liked it. Great idea. I would love to join your esports team, says Major Alex. Me too, says John Curtis. So. Okay. That was win. Oh, they won the first set already. No. Innerlol won the second match. That's not true. Wait a minute. Marcus won this one. Marcus won this one. I'm a bit confused now. Marcus is from PCats. But Candy lost. No, Candy won. Ah, Candy won. Damn it. I put this wrong. Sorry guys, Candy won. So yeah, true. Win for PCats. Win for Team PCats. I was confused. I thought it's 1-1. But something's wrong here with top and down. Hey Tracy, welcome! It's very corrupt in esports. They cheat, delete personal info, they trade matches. PCats are crushing it. It's crazy. I wonder if PCats himself is watching this. He's a great guy. I know him for a long time actually, since Camcord. I've known him since Camcord. He streamed. Many people of you may not know that PCats actually was a streamer on Camcord too. And he streamed... damn, what's the name of the game? What's the name of the game? The name of the game he played, Hearthstone. Hearthstone, that's what he played. And then Clash Royale came out and he started streaming Clash Royale on Twitch. He was one of the first mobile game streamers on Twitch, PCats. And then he just blew up like crazy on Twitch. And yeah, the rest is history. But he's a very nice guy. Not but, he is a very nice, and you should never say but. And he is a very nice guy. I'm trying not to use the word but. Not a good word, the but word. I got to go, the chat is boring. Really? I can hardly read it. Bash and Skull, bye bye. Thanks for being here. Have an awesome day. Do you do a tournament? Yes. I will do a small tournament after the Royale Premier League if we have enough likes and viewers to do a tournament. A small one though. He plays cats. Sayonara, Rachiv. Bye bye. Sayonara. Both teams please send the lineups, they say. Yeah, we may do a small tournament. I sent invitation to clans. By the way, somebody wanted to invite my level 1 to their clan, but the clan was full. I think Lion was the name. Lion. So they have 5 minutes here. If you want to get some chips or have a restroom break, that's the time. Are you doing the tourney? Evolve Colette? As I said, if you have enough viewers afterwards from RPL, I may do a short turn. A small turn, not a short turn. I can't make it shorter. So, it's so hot here. I'll take off the headphones. It's so hot with those headphones. Whoa. It's like 40 degrees. I don't know. Make me move. Background music. I would like to listen to the music, but it's so hot. And then, I always feel like I'm such a shouter when I wear the headphones because I can't hear my own voice. Now we're waiting for the second set. First set is Team PhoneCat. So it's 1-0 for PhoneCat. Guys, who do you think will win? Who do you think will win this? How to join RPL Discord? The name, it's this here. This is the no, this is wrong. Dang, I don't know. Don't we have an RPL link? Or RPL Discord? I thought we have a link. But I'm not sure. Major Alex says PhoneCats 100% winners. It's an RPL stream. It's a private client down as honor of streaming. Please don't ask to join. Okay. But we don't have the link. But it was in there, in the chat. Both teams please send lineups. It was up there. That's the link. Shall we create a Discord quickly? I thought we have one. Let's go Nightbot. Hope they're not starting without me. Both teams ready? Okay. Yup, they're ready. I'm not. Let's join this before they start. Maybe create an RPL Discord link. Commands. I thought we have one. No. Discord. Okay. Okay. Add a command. RPL Discord. Oh, they're starting. I don't know it. I don't know the name of the Discord. RPL Discord. I will add that command. It doesn't exist yet. I was trouble joining it. Yeah, I will create an RPL link when I see it after this battle, so you guys can join the Royale Premier League. I think it's okay to join. Pax, hey, Xavier Rap. Welcome back, Pax. Okay, there is the P.E.K.K.A. The P.E.K.K.A. We see another battle ram. That's so much meta. Everybody plays that P.E.K.K.A. And I love the Bandit actually. Bandit is so cool. That P.E.K.K.A. will never see the windows of that tower and never get close to that beautiful girl on top of that tower. And oh, I got a message here on Twitter. Okay. But I can't reply right now because I'm in a stream. It's always... I don't know what it means, so I won't read it aloud. I gotta reply to that message. Now I got 3 things to do. I gotta stream this match. I gotta make the Discord link, and then I got this tweet message here I wanna read. Whoa, that's a long one. That's great. That's a big thing, guys. A big thing. I can't tell you yet. I have to reply them first. But looks like we're gonna have a big thing going tomorrow. Very cool. It's such a big message. I can't read it during the stream. John Curtis. How's it going? Lizelle Junk, welcome. So, battle ram, and here. Yep, that's tower. I say it. That's tower. Yeah, with the poison. No, it's not. It's not. It needs to lock. He needs to lock. Innerlol needs to lock or poison. That's the cheap way. Innerlol, congrats! Well played, well played. So, now, let's fill in this information here very quickly. It was up there. I hope it's right. So, it's SDAUWES. That would be the link. SDAUW capital ES. That would be the Discord, I guess. Okay, so let's save this. Okay. I think that should work. Let's try. Here's the link. Try it, please, and let me know if it works. That's the link to RPL. My sister asked if we want to have dinner. I already had dinner. I already did have dinner. Thank you, Nick. Let's go. So, if anyone tries, let me know if the link works. I can't test it because I'm already in. I'm already in RPL, so I can't test it. We have a mod here, by the way, Tracy. Ferchu playing from the bottom, Hunter playing on top, Hunter for team Bonecats. I always have to look it up, double check. How can you create a team to play in RPL? I think you just create an event for MUKLASH. So they're catching up right now. They're catching up. Dang, I want to read that message. Such a cool thing, they messaged me. I don't understand what you're typing there. Vaidam? For me, it's just letters. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't. It absolutely makes no sense. So yeah, guys, keep subscribing. At 15,000 subs, you're gonna have the 10k tourney. And more, then you hit 200 subs, that's great. So, next is LuisG against Marcus. There you go, LuisG. Okay. Major Alex. What is that? We don't even see the chat. Davida, we're sorry. Ibago. We occupied the chat. Usil Cornelio, I'm great. How are you? So, LuisG. Looks like a bowler deck, but no, it's Graveyard Poison. It's a Graveyard Poison deck, pretty sure. And on top we have a Zap Bait deck. So who wins? Zap Bait or Graveyard Poison? Is it Zap Bait or Graveyard Poison? Just testing how it works. I joined the RPL Discord. They asked my team captain and team. I gave poker face. Okay. Really? But I don't see it. Ah, in the launch. Let's see the launch. Hi. Welcome to Royale Premier League. Keep it classy and please state your RPL team if you have one and whether or not you give him permission to be assigned. Use the help command. Okay. Pratmash, welcome to Royale Premier League. Keep it classy. Please state your team. Okay. Yeah, you can be in the launch and chat in the launch. So it actually works. How are you, Chief? Norman Agile. I'm great. A little bit hot, to be honest. I hope I'm not getting a cold. So, Poison Graveyard, there you go. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. It's Poison Graveyard. And it is Poison Graveyard. So, who wins? Zap Bait or Poison Graveyard? Right now it looks good for Zap Bait. But of course, Luis now knows that it's a Zap Bait deck. And they're playing that princess there to lure out the battle ram. He doesn't even have a battle ram, so that won't work. And so actually the princess would be a very strong weapon here. Luis has to use the tornado because he doesn't have a log, and that was actually pretty successful. But the princess, he doesn't have any good cards here to counter the princess, like a log or something. So there's the next battle ram, and it looks like a goblin barrel, and it looks like Zap Bait here is keeping the pressure against the Graveyard Poison deck, like rock, scissors, paper, rock, paper, scissors, scissors, paper, rock, whatever. It looks good for Goblin Barrel. There's the next one. Again, Tornado is only defense. The Graveyard couldn't take the tower, but did a lot of damage. There's the next log. 472. So the prince is going for the wrong tower. Look at this. Dang. So Zap Bait wins over Graveyard Poison. That's what we've seen here. And Marcus won this match and keeps Team PCats in the battle. And so actually that means Marcus won both of his battles. Amazing. That was amazing. Game 4. Game 4. Who wants a tournament afterward? And 2000 gems. It's gonna be a small one today, Mr. Green. After Royale Premier League, I think if we have more than 50 viewers, we may do a small tournament for 50 players. Hello, Avalon! Friends and viewers. Hey, Zucker! Yeah, I know it. You're at Hankies. JoseLC versus Madi, the big Madi. Madiduadsui. Oh, that's difficult name. Madi. We just call him the big Madi. The big Madi here, playing against Jose. Zucker, welcome to the stream. Usil Cornelio, I liked all your videos. I hope I get a lock soon. Yeah, I hope you get a legendary for liking the video. You know it, when you like my videos, a lot of people get legendary cards. So it sometimes helps. Hello, Zucker. Can I join RPL? You need to be in a team. You need to be in a team. So there is another battle ram. I bet it's also with Pekka. Or 3 Muskies. And I think Madi, the big Madi, is also playing a battle ram. We're not seeing it yet. I think the cards we're not seeing is Muskies or battle ram. I don't think he plays graveyard. Maybe he does. Can I be mod? No, no new mods. And Gandoy, TQ Analyst, thanks for the sub. Yeah, I got a very interesting message for my stream tomorrow. And it will be the last stream before my vacation tomorrow, unfortunately. J Shark, you joined the RPL, you have to be in an esport. I really gotta make a video how to join an esports team. That video is really missing. Because everybody asks me, and I gotta find out myself what's the best way to join an esports team. I planned an interview with an esports player about that long time ago, but I couldn't make that video yet. So maybe when I'm in the States, it's easier with time zones and stuff, and I can do that. Maybe I can do it live, that would be cool. He lives in California, I guess. Das will Chief. Deutsch in the chat, Niklas Gerland. You don't have to, but I can read it. So I gotta note that, I gotta make that video. That's really urgent, everybody's asking. That video like becomes really urgent and everybody wants to know, and I gotta make it. Avalon didn't notice me? Yes, sure I did, Soccer. Sure I noticed you. I said you're certainly at Hankies. You're certainly watching Hankies. Is there a tourney today? If we have 50 viewers at the end of the stream and at least 100 likes. Let's see, 100 likes. We gotta make a challenge. We're gonna make a 50 player turn, a smaller one. Just for the loyal fans. How can I come in a team in RPL, Niklas Gerland? I'm not sure. I would, if I'd do it, I would just check out Twitter, check out the teams and ask them. But I don't know if it's the best way to find a team that really fits, and I don't know how it actually works. Soccer! Sorry, I had my volume down. Yeah, that happens. So who is winning this one here? Let's go back here to the match. It's Poison Graveyard against Battle Ram. Basically. Ah, that doesn't look good. Yeah, it's a clear win for the Big Madi. Big Madi wins, and so it's 2-2 in the second set. 2-2 in 2-2. I wanna be 2-2 in the second set. It's 2-2. That sounds so weird. It's 2-2 in the second set. In Hanky's stream. Yeah, soccer cheating on me. Soccer cheating on me. In Hanky's stream, not in mine. Da 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 battle ram, battle ram. And is at the tower. The little barbarian is at the tower. Second barbarian joins. They both go for the tower. One hit, another one. Tower down. 1 minute to go. It's gonna be very tough here for ChiefAvalon against Naginata, but this is the battle of the second set. It's 2-2, and whoever wins in this 2-2-2 will win the set for their team. And if it's actually PCats, it's over. The match's over. But if MUKLASH wins, and MUKLASH playing from the bottom, we're gonna see a third set. So let's press thumbs here for MUKLASH, for Naginata. He's gotta win this, and we're gonna see the third set. I want Avalon too. Avalon against ChiefPat, who would win? Probably ChiefPat. He's playing it so serious. I got a legendary today. Hope Avalon pops out of it. Pratmer Singh. Nice one. So Naginata won, and you guys know what that means. It's 1-1. And we're gonna see the third set. The third set. And they will ban. Pump is still banned. And what else will they ban? How much does ChiefAvalon legendary card cost? I don't know. Did PCats play himself? I don't think so. I haven't seen him. Unless he uses another name. I'm actually not sure what his name is in Clash Royale. Thief versus Chief. Thief versus Thief. I'm actually not sure what his name is in Clash Royale, so I can't really tell. I can't really tell. Oh, so they ban a card. They got to ban a card. I get 9 wins in the new challenge. I hope I'll get the ChiefAvalon. Mark Henkel. 1 million gold. Will there be any other teams playing? Not today, Pratmer Singh. I used ChiefAvalon in a battle and he was overpowered. OP. They banned Battle Ram. Okay, that's gonna make deck building very difficult, you know it. A lot of decks rely on Battle Ram at the moment. So that's gonna make it difficult. The 5-minute break. His name is PhoneCats in CR. I think I saw it in his stream. Okay. But he's not in here. So somebody manages the team for him. I think Frontage actually lives in California. I could visit him when I'm there. So, let's see. And PhoneCats, as I know, he lives in Florida, I guess. But he's not in here. He's not in the stream. He's not in the chat. Invite to clan. Well, I guess I'm out again, Zocker. Liebe Grüße an Henki bitte. Richte ihm bitte liebe Grüße aus. Bye bye, Zocker. Did you watch my latest new video as you are in it? Yes, I did. PhoneCats is an awesome streamer. Definitely an awesome Twitch streamer. Bye bye, Zocker. Bye bye. Yeah, as I explained before, I've known PhoneCats for quite a while. Can I join the clan to join RPL? No, it doesn't work that way. You have to be in a team, in an esports team. So, what do we do in that 5-minute break? Open some chests, maybe. Open some chests. See what we get. Play a 2v2. I have candy on my friend list. ChiefAvalon is a legendary. He is best legendary of all legendary. How do I join the team? Yeah, that's what I'm not exactly sure. I would basically contact them on Twitter and ask them. But I'm not sure it's the best way. I'm not sure this is the best way to do it. I'll make a video. I'll ask some of my friends that are in teams what's the best way. Okay. Dang, what deck am I using here? Oh, I'm on my mini. That's why. That's why I'm using such a weird deck. Yes, we healed them. It's so cruel when you heal up the Muskies. Yeah, you gotta take care of the hawk, please. Nice, play the Electro Wizard. Yeah, we gotta take care of that. What is my friend doing? Nothing at the moment. Just watching how we lose our tower. Very weird. And also weird how they still defend. I don't know what he's doing though. He's just watching. Kind of. Yeah, then we lose the tower. He's just watching. Let's pump a bit. Yeah, we can take some damage. That's okay. That's a nice princess there. Tower and princess for us. And one Muskie died, unfortunately, there. Come on, don't make this a 5-minute battle. Now they play everything they have. Unbelievable. But I think that was a mistake. Because we're gonna heal up our muskies. And we're gonna smash that tower. Good game. Good. Dang. Not started yet. It will start in a few seconds. Can you give me your number? Okay, let me know on Facebook. We're friends there, Jay. Avalon is so OP. He destroys the tower. It's like a bandit. Like the bandit. Nicholas Gerland. Okay, they're starting. And the first match is JoseLC. JoseLC versus JoseLC versus Candy. Hey, the Candyman can, the Candyman can. I beat 6k player who played barrel and I didn't have log. It's 2-fix, that's great. The Candyman can. It's 2-fix. And Henry Loopy, thanks for the sub. Candy Finn, thanks for the sub. I missed that one. I'm sorry. Timeless Fire, thanks for the follow. Okay. So, what do we see? Let's get some music. Yeah, it's still working. Still working. Dang, it's 10 already. It's already late. When will you start the tourney? We'll make a short tourney. A small tourney, not a short tourney. If we're at 50 viewers at the end. So stay here, like the video, and then I'll make a small tournament at the end of Royale Premier League. It's too late. Yeah, it's already 10. I was just surprised that it's that late already. I have a lot to do tomorrow. Beast mode, I will play Assassin's Creed. Okay, good luck. Enjoy it. Wow, that lightning. Lightning on the giant. Candy actually winning this one here. Jose at 27 already. Look at the little guard. Not a single stab. It's really tough here for Jose because he doesn't really have a good counter against that golem. He doesn't have an Inferno Tower, he doesn't have Inferno Dragon. I don't know, what card can he counter that it's basically all he has is Night Witch to counter that golem. So that's probably the reason why he doesn't defend and tries to push for the king. And now Candy! He gotta zap that tower! Yeah, there's the arrows. And if... yeah, there you go. It was risky, but he almost made it. He almost got that king tower. Very risky play, but almost worked. And so this is victory here for PCats. Team PCats. A big and long tourney. It's 2 AM in Asia. It will start after RPL. I think I'm gonna create a small one, just for the people that are here, the loyal viewers. A 150 player. Does 50 even exist? I don't know. I'm always making the 200 players. Gotta open the window. It's so hot. It's unbelievable hot in here. Unbelievable. I'm sweating here. It's crazy. Ferchu versus Madiduadsui. The big Madi! He won his first match. The big Madi won his first match. And now the big Madi... Yeah, he only played the second set and the third set. And now let's see. And then also Ferchu, he also won the first set. So both of them won their first match. How many gems? I think it's the 500 gems. That's the small one. Michael Bang in the house. Hey! Hey. Okay, Ferchu playing Poison Graveyard, I guess. Madi plays... Yeah, there's the Graveyard already. I called it. Madi playing Zap Bait. It looks like he's playing Zap Bait. Or also Poison Graveyard. What do you think? What is it? So Ferchu going with Poison Graveyard and uses the Ice Golem as a tank. And we don't know yet what Madi is hiding there. Do you play Overwatch? I do. Oh yeah, actually I wanted to play some Overwatch today. Damn, I forgot. Okay, nice defense against the Graveyard. So he also plays Poison Graveyard. Very similar decks then. Very similar decks. Gonna be a tough battle between them. They both defend Graveyard and attack with Graveyard. Nightwitch going for those guys, but she's almost dead. And currently Ferchu is slightly in the lead. Should change her name to PCats Finland. Why? Tufix. Why? So this time Madi pushing, Ferchu pushing again. There's a big defense. He's very lucky. There's Skelly spawning right to the tower. Look at this. Unbelievable. And dang, that's tower. Now Madi gotta take a tower. Ferchu is ahead. Only 8 seconds. Ah, that's impossible. Impossible. 3 seconds. It's over. It's over. Ferchu winning. Ferchu won that one. It's 1-1 again. Those guys, they're really going into overtime today. Now next is LuisG. LuisG against Mati. And there LuisG lost 1 battle. Mati won 1 battle and lost 1. So Mati won 1 and lost 1. And Luis so far played once and lost. So we're pressing thumbs here for Luis. There you go. So LuisG against Mati here. Okay. His brother is playing Splash Yard. I knew it! As soon as he dropped the baby dragon there. I know the meta so well. The current meta. I know he's playing the graveyard dragon. And there's the Hawk. The Hawk activating the tower. That was well played. Big advantage now for Luis because it's that early in the game. That early in the game, that's gonna be a big advantage for LuisG. So we see again Hawk Rider against Graveyard Poison Splash Yard deck. And yeah, if he plays well, that Hawk gonna have a lot of trouble with that Tornado. So I'd call it like, I'd say Luis should win this one just from the decks. Niklas Gerland, okay, jetzt weiß ich Bescheid. So Luis playing another Graveyard. How did you just take so much damage there, Luis? Because he only needs the graveyard to defend against that hog, actually. I don't know why it just took so much damage there. Yeah, now we don't have the graveyard. This is basically the moment where Luis should have the graveyard ready. There's the next hog, and now we should have the tornado. There's the tornado. And yeah, that should kill the hog. It did. It did. It did. That's how to play it. I would pull it a little bit closer to the king tower, actually. Just one tile closer, so that the archer on the left hits it a bit earlier. So there's the next poison, but the Valkyrie is ready. Mati doing a great job with that Valkyrie there. She will defend every push. And I'd prefer to play the graveyard with the baby dragon. Yeah, if you put it one tile back, that hog, it would get it quicker. So that graveyard push gotta be successful. Otherwise he's in trouble, because lightning will kill him. So yeah, baby dragon died too early. Didn't get the tower. Now it's super close. One poison is enough, but also one lightning is enough. And he plays a predictive baby dragon. No, the lightning wasn't enough, actually. Now he got a poison. That was smart play there. Luis? No, poison. I think he just needs poison. I think poison would be enough. So that's victory here for Luis. Anyways, victory for Luis. That was smart play there. How he prevented that hog from attacking. Great victory. Yeah, hog against tornado, no hits, and one elixir trade for tornado. Yeah, it's really perfect to counter the hog. It's perfect. Tornado. 2 logs needed. Yeah, that was amazing there by LuisG. It was risky, in my opinion, to drop that baby dragon over there. I'm not sure I'd do that, but in this case here, it worked. So whatever works is okay. Whatever works is great. So Innerlol is the next to request. And if he wins, it's victory for MUKLASH. Innerlol request when ready. 2 logs needed. I know what he's doing! Let's read this message here. On 26. What did I just say? 20. This is Innerlol. It's a very positive name against Marcus. And just to let you know, Marcus won his 2 battles. And Innerlol, he lost one, made 1 draw and won 1. That's this matchup here. So actually from that, statistically, it's advantage for Marcus. He won more battles in this match. And that would mean another match, another battle here for Team PhoneCats. That would be another battle for Team PhoneCats. And then the last match would basically decide who wins. And yeah, so far it looks really good here for Marcus. Playing a Lava Hound deck. My experience in tourneys is not as good with Lava Hound at the moment. But yeah, I guess he knows what he's doing. It's Zapate against Lava Hound deck. And the Rocket! Is there going to be a tourney? DJ Banana, yes, I'm gonna host a small tourney just for all the viewers that are here. It's currently 30 people watching, so I think a 50 player tourney is great. So that's what we'll do. I may not stream it to the end actually, because it's already late. I didn't plan to stream that late today. Hola, Paul M! And I gotta read the message I got there. Very important message for my stream tomorrow. Okie dokie. Lava Hound. Princess. So far, Innerlol is winning. That would be very bad for PhoneCats, because that would mean victory for MUKLASH. Oh, that tower there. Poison that tower. We're in overtime already. Oh no, that's it. Innerlol winning. And that's victory for Team MUKLASH. That's victory for Team MUKLASH. Yes. Congrats! It's over. Why don't they congrats? MUKLASH eSport bans Elixir. The card is now banned. Sorry. Oops. Congrats. Now look how fast they leave. It's very funny how fast they always leave after those matches. It's crazy. Like they jump out of the clan immediately. Okay guys, I'm gonna make a small tournament just for you, the loyal viewers that are still here. We're gonna make a small tournament. And yeah, but I gotta switch accounts. Can I make a tourney here? Do I have gems? Ah, I could actually also make a small tourney here. No, I need those gems. I need those gems. Okay, I gotta switch accounts quickly. So, bitchy bitchy. Switch account. Switch the account. Yeah, they're itching to go to their clan and talk about the tournament. It's really strange how fast they always quit. And it's the same thing everywhere. It's not only here. So we're gonna stream for about 30 minutes. I'm not gonna stream the full tourney because I also gotta reply like business-wise to the message that I got. But I would... Oh, I'm in the wrong account. Dang. I'm in the wrong account. Let's open those chests, guys. Let's open a magical chest. We got a magical chest. Where's my recording screen? Recording. There you go. Let's record this. Guys, let's open this magical chest on my level 1 account. Let's see what's inside the magical chest on my level 1. Let's go. Only 10 gems. Barbarians. I can't need anything but the lava hound. Will I get a legendary? Pray for legendary. Nope. Nope. No legendary in this magical chest. Okay. Now let's switch to the main account. It's easily win tourneys. They must be itching to. I'll easily win the tourney because I have the best card in the game. Okay. So let me switch. Let me switch accounts. And then we open a giant chest on my main account. I think I have a giant chest there. So, password. Okay. Any peekaboo hints about tomorrow we won't tell. All I'm saying is it's gonna be a tournament. And it's gonna be a special tournament. It's not a 10k tourney that I said, but it's gonna be something special. So, let's open this. And I gotta read that message I got concerning that tournament. So we're here. We're on the main account. We're on the main account. And we got this giant chest over there. And let's just open that giant chest and see what's inside that giant chest. Let's go. Eel, bats, goblin gang, and musketeer. Whew. Isn't that a bit disappointing? Isn't that a bit disappointing? But that's the giant chest. That's the giant chest. Okie dokie. We take it because it's free. There you go. Okay, now let's create the tournament for you guys. So we're currently 32 viewers. So we're gonna make a 50-player tournament. We're gonna call it. Actually, I gotta check the number first. It's tournament number 188. Tournament number 188. So let's make it ChiefAvalon YouTube Tourney number 188. Check my snap. Disappointing, ist enttäuschend. Yes. Player Tourney. And I'm gonna give you the password right away, so you can start joining immediately. So it's gonna be, what did I say? A 100 gems tournament. So let's call it a 50 player tournament. There you go, 50 player turn, a small one. A small one. Okay. We're gonna set Joe to clan. We're gonna set a password. The password will be very easy. Let me check that snap first. The snappy. Let's check the snap. Where's the snap? There's the snap. Beat drops. Hey. So, Mike. What's the snap? Wow! Look at this! Look at this! Oh dang. I can't see it. Yeah, look at this! Look at those chests here! Look at those chests that Mike sent me! That's amazing! He's got giant chests and all those magicals, and I think one of them is a super magical. Wow! That's amazing! That's amazing chests! So guys, the password for this tournament! Maybe I should tweet it out. What the heck? Ah no, I'm not gonna tweet it. Let's make the password Avalon. You guys see it already. Avalon is the password, and it's a small one because we only have 31 viewers. So it's a tourney for 50 people. Great. There you go. And you guys can already join. It's a small one. And it will start as soon as it's full. Gotta save some gems. It's not my regular stream day. So we fill that tournament. And we're gonna add it here. $50-player tourney. There you go. Can we start once 30 people join? I think we start when it's full. We can actually start it immediately, I don't mind. It's just for the regulars that watch. So we can actually start it immediately. I can also, let me also tweet it. It's just a small one. I'm not sure if I shall really tweet it. Ah, doesn't fit. Okay. Let's see. Got so many messages here. Okay. Is it full? No, it's not yet full. Hey, they took me weeks to get them. Just need to farm them all now. Please start turning. Are you guys ready? I'm okay. We can start it. I'm okay to start it right now because I won't have so much time to stream it anyways. So 142. $142.50. So let's get going with that tournament here. Good luck everyone in the tournament. Enjoy it. Have fun. Be nice with everyone. Good luck. Good luck. Just for the true fans here that have been watching the stream. This tournament here, it's also shared to the clan. Good luck. Let's get it started. Bring it on. And I'm also gonna share in the clan. There you go. Good luck. I play Overwatch tomorrow? No. There will be a special tournament tomorrow. Something special. And it will be a bit earlier. It will be at probably at 10 your time in the morning, US time. And 4 my time it will start. And then I really need to finish early and yeah, to get some stuff done. We are the real followers. They're just waiting for you to start turning. Bye bye, Chief. Pratmer Singh. Bye bye. You need to go. Good luck. Good luck. Bye bye. Can I join your clan? It's full. I actually want to play the deck here that I played on my mini. So let me quickly. Oh, dang, we gotta get to the regular overlay. There you go. Looking forward to see what I get. There you go. And let's switch from this deck to this deck. Which one shall I change? I'm never sure which one to change. There's still not enough deck slots. What about the bowler? Get rid of the splash yard. What about this? It's always very risky to play because it doesn't have a building. So I'm gonna change this. So we need the bandit. We need the heal. The dirty little heal. We're gonna play the muskies. We're gonna play the BR. The BR, if we find it. Where's that BR? I'm scrolling too fast, I can't see it. There. We're gonna play the minion horde. The dirty minion horde. Where is it? It's already in. Yes. Then we play the Night Witch. The Night Witch. The Zap. Easy. And the Fireball. That's what we're gonna try. Bracket tourney? No, it's not a bracket. Do you still play Clash of Clans? Very, very rarely. And yeah, if you just joined, This is the tourney name and password. Oh, Mark, good luck. Oh, he's got the bowler. That was unlucky. Yeah, that was a waste. A waste of cards. Not good. Yeah, that dragon, we couldn't handle the dragon. Let's hope he's at least out of elixir. I hate to play against bowlers. Can you join my clan? I love Nova, it's gross. I'm not joining other clans. Dang, that tornado bowler. Isn't that the deck I just changed? Okay, at least we get some damage done. Dang, he always has that Electro Wizard. We only have 13 seconds. It's not gonna work. It's over. We don't have enough time. Unfortunately, not enough time. Ah, it wasn't well played. Wasn't well played. Let's try this again. Any other mods? What is this starting deck? The only thing I can do is a musky split. My heal takes so long. He hits me with his lightning, but my heal takes forever. Words, thank you. You are the best. Keep it up, and you won't regret it. Thank you so much, Banayatis Kiriakou. Thank you so much. Avalon, there's Mrs. Scoop. Woo, Mrs. Scoop. Hey, welcome. So I gotta switch here to my other deck. Try to play the one I know. Try to play the deck I know. Beautiful Mrs. Scoop in the house. Hey, hey. I'm from the east. From the east of Switzerland. Yeah, we gotta protect him. Does he play Inferno? No. Even worse. Electro. Ah, he hits. Not good. But he put so much into that defense. Ah, now he's got the P.cut. Damn it. I'm Thunderstorm. Just played you. DJ Banana. Cool. I always predicted your lightning, but my battle ram was always too late. So that was bad. This whole Thursday thing is putting me off. It's unexpected. It's unexpected that I'm streaming on a Thursday. Of course it is. I'm totally off cycle. I don't know. Now we hit the tower at least. That was actually pretty lucky there. Luring him to the other side. The P.K.A. lured to the left lane somehow. That was weird. We have a problem though. Yeah, he gets my second tower. Not good. Yeah, there's the fireball. I was off cycle from the start. I knew it! Again. So bad. I don't like to start with the P.K.A. And I don't like to start with the battle ram because it always leaves you with only defensive options. Since when does she ignore them? The prince! Really? The prince? I'm in trouble. I don't have anything to defend. Damn it. That's gonna cost the tower. No. But almost. We got 2 towers damage. The same amount of damage he did on one. Bandit killed the prince? Really? That was a big surprise. I can't use the poison right now. Gotta protect the princess. This is the MVP. Only 14 seconds. Yeah, he also gets a tower. Protect the princess, she's our MVP here. It's too late. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha with the poison. Good game. Oh, please, can I join the clan? You can join the tournament. Bola the bot. Looks like people aren't in chatty mood right now. I'm a bit tired too, guys, to be honest. It's already 11. 11 my time. You can still join. I will end the stream in about 10 minutes. I will not stay till the end because I really have to reply to that message I got for tomorrow. I was aiming for the leg. Nightbot in a weird mood. I'm so used to 2v2. You guys know most of the times I actually do play 2v2s at the moment. That's what I play most. Ah, waste of log though. Okay, that was nice. He over-defended because of the princess. And that got us the tower. Please, can I join the clan? I added it a while ago. I don't even know where I got the quote from. Yeah. I wonder where you got that quote from. Really? Ah, I'm just gonna use poison on that. Princess going for the king! What a hero! Princess is such a hero. She goes for the king all alone. She's not afraid. She's absolutely not afraid. She goes for the king right away. All on her own. I think a battle ram could fit well. Keep him busy. That's the goal. Keep him busy. Only 17 seconds. Just keep him busy. Ah, the poison will get my tower though. Will get my tower anyways. Look at the princess. The princess taking his king tower. Unbelievable. Yeah, there we get his tower. The princess, look at that princess over there. Now he got afraid, but it's over. Good game. That princess though. The princess all on her own. She basically took the king tower. That's why the princess is such a great card. If you ignore her, over time she will do so much damage. Criminal Minds. I watched that some time ago, but it was so cruel. I stopped watching it. Linkin Park died. Yeah, I read that. I honestly didn't know that band that well. 13. It's not even full. Man, that deck extremely OP. Not always, sometimes. I'm relentless. Did I just battle you? I didn't even check who I battled. Oh yeah, I battled you. I'm relentless. The princess got you. The princess, you can't ignore her, but you didn't have a choice. And so the princess did so much chip damage to your king tower. That was amazing. That was amazing. The princess did so much chip damage to your tower. Unbelievable. I never know what to do when I have this starting deck. I'm just gonna play Night Witch and Princess. What I like about this deck really is the Princess. She will do so much damage over time. Now see, she's locked at the tower again. It's unbelievable. No, stop him! No, how did she just kill my witch? Now we got damage to both towers. I'm not gonna defend this. I'm gonna take some damage. Piper, thanks for the follow. See you, Bola, bye bye. Yeah, I'm gonna end soon, don't worry. Don't worry. I'm gonna play P.E.K.K.A over here now. To switch things up a little bit. A bit lit. Just a bit lit. He also plays the dirty P.E.K.K.A, really. I'm gonna poison the pump. Same procedures every year. Hey, Bandit! Why are you walking around? Stupid Bandit! Did you see that stupid Bandit? That basically cost me the game. Usually the bandit charges through the river, but this stupid bandit walks around and dies. That cost me game here. Dang. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'd consider that the bug. Stupid bandit. That was so stupid. I placed the bandit there so that it actually would go where it should go. And the bandit, what does it do? It walks around, and that cost me game because I almost had his tower too. Unbelievable. Oh, can you read my name? Albin Salimani. Now I know why you don't play CR anymore. That's unbelievable. This game is so full of bugs. Unbelievable. You place the bandit close to that troop and it walks around. Not even is the meta like, but also the bugs in this game. That was me, can't vote. Hey, that was crazy bug there. Gonna check that again. That cost me the game basically. That stupid bandit that didn't charge through the river where it should charge through the river usually. Very stupid. In the end, yeah, there you see it. Ah, dang, that was too fast. I have to go back. This guy, this bandit is so stupid. So where was it? At 50, at 1 minute. Got to play this again. At 1 minute. Oh, that was good. Come to it. It was a good game though. You played really well. I think it would have been closer because I got your tower there. And if that bandit would charge through the river and as it's supposed to, and as it usually does, it would be different. It would be closer. But well played anyways. So let's record this quickly. I think it's a bug. See, here's that scene. here's that scene. Yeah, let's switch off the music for a moment. Because I record this. So, check this out. This is the scene. Eevee's shocked bandit and it still should charge through the river. That just means it takes a new target. It doesn't mean it walks around. There is the bandit and it should charge, but it just walks around. That's a bug. It always charges through the river, but it just walks around. All the E-Wizard does usually is make it to retarget, but not to walk around. And that cost me the tower. Otherwise, either the witch or the E-Wizard would be dead. It always charges through the river, except here. Very weird. I did that many times before. It always charges through the river. Also against E-Wizards and stuff. Very weird. Okay. But the good thing is we recorded this. For the fails. For the fails video. Oh! Yeah, but it doesn't matter. If you place the Night Witch in between, the bandit should charge for the Night Witch. Or charge for the E-Wizard. Any one of those. There's no reason it just walks around and gets killed. I mean, the E-Wizard shoots also across the river. And the bandit usually would refocus and then either charge into the witch or the E-Wizard. That's a bug. In my opinion, that was one of those glitches. That cost me tower. I may have lost anyways, because you played really well. But that definitely cost me the tower. I just subscribed because you're cool. Albin Salimani, thank you so much. Thank you for the sub. Conti Wood, fun to see myself on Twitch. Hey, Conti Wood. I'm also streaming on YouTube and Twitch, usually. So, we're soon gonna end. It's already 11. I'm really weird with the time today. I'm not happy today, sorry guys. I'm not at home 4 days now. So we're gonna watch that one battle and then I'll end the stream for today because, guys, I'm very tired first of all, and then I gotta reply to that message I got because that's important for my stream tomorrow. Yeah, remember, there will be a stream tomorrow. Most likely it will be a lot earlier. It will be, that's why I'm so confused with the time. Tomorrow it will be probably at 4 PM my time, which is 10 AM. 10 AM. And then when I'm in the US, it will be totally weird. If I stream when I'm in the US, it will be at totally weird times. I already apologize for that. During my vacation in the States, first of all, my videos may publish at totally different times, and I'm not even sure I will be able to publish or publish regularly. But don't worry, don't worry. After my vacation, everything will be back to normal. And you miss your parents? You'll see them again. It will be okay. Can you speak German? Yes, I do. So guys, thank you so much for being here. I think it was amazing to see that. I will check out the winner, by the way. Don't worry, the winner will be on the Wall of Fame. I'll take a note here so I don't forget. Put winner on Wall of Fame. So the winner will be on the Wall of Fame anyways, even if I don't stream the end of this. And yeah, just want to say thanks to all of you that have been here, the really loyal viewers. I hope you enjoy this smaller tournament just for you. And I think RPL was really cool. I enjoyed seeing that PCats team today. That was really cool. Yep, und ich und So, thanks everyone. After this battle will end. But just for today. It's not even a regular stream day. Just made this tourney for you. I wanted to end 1 hour earlier. So Fire, where are you going? On vacation? 4 days? But that's actually cool. I think you will enjoy it. I'm German. I speak a little bit. I can understand you. I am a German. Albin, na dann, viele Grüße zu dir nach Deutschland. Okay. You can learn some English here. You can learn English with an accent here on my channel. English with an accent. That's what you learn here on Avalon's channel. With a cool Swiss accent. Accent. Geht es dir gut? Yes, I'm great. A bit tired, but I got this. Oh, damn. What is this mosquito doing here? A big one. Bye, I'm going. Amazing stream. Scissors. Yeah, I'm ending here. So, thanks everyone for being here. I hope you enjoyed. And hope to see you guys tomorrow. Have an awesome day. Bye bye.
From the heat wave stole my emotions. I left my doubts when I was swept by the ocean, and every pulse from the tide was a finish line. A wave race we were made to ride. You and I were first in line, and we took them by surprise. I was with you all the time. You may not realize, but I'm here.